What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this to your daily update on Bitcoin. In this video, we'll talk about well, as you might expect, Bitcoin. We'll talk about everything you need to know. Today is it's a relatively quiet day. The volume in the markets is dropping down, and overall, it's just yeah, the market is calming down a little bit. But that is, I would actually say, a little bit of a bearish thing, but we'll talk about that. We also have some economic events coming out today. We'll talk about that and the implications of that as well. So just in general, I'll try to give you as much of a thorough overview as possible. So that's what we'll do. Before we dive into that, if you want to receive daily trading signals from me, check out the links down in the description or in the pinned comment, and there you'll find the instructions on how to join. But now let's get into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin specifically, if we take a look at volume, I believe it's still very high. I mean, 17.3 billion is what we're at right now. If you compare that with the volume we had last week, it's just high. And the volume last week was actually pretty high as well. So there's nothing wrong with that, but it's about the trend the volume is in, right? So if we take a look at the trend, it is down. So usually what that means is that we'll get some stability. I do think that today we'll still get some movement because of the initial jobless claims. But we'll talk about that a little bit later, what to look out for in that and what effect that could have. If we take a look at Bitcoin right now, technically, I mean, you could argue two things. You could argue that we're in a downtrend or that we're consolidating. And it's a little bit hard right now to tell. I mean, the price action, first of all, has been extremely weird with this bullish momentum we got after Coinbase was sued. Then we got into this range between 27,400 and 26,600, but we immediately also broke down below that yesterday. So a lot of things going on. I would say that it's probably more likely that we're in a downtrend. So you can also see that the EMAs are now slightly trending down and they're above the price, which would indicate that we're in a downtrend. The thing is that they're still relatively flat, so it's not confirmed yet. Like, for example, what could happen is that right now we'll drop down to this level. Like, what I expect is that we'll probably take some sort of a break retest off of 26,700 and 26,900. And then from there, we'll probably move down to this level right here between 26,000 and 25,800. What could happen is that we get a lot of support from that 26,000 level, and that from there we'll just get back up to 27,200, right? So then it would have been a consolidation. I think though, with all of the fundamentals going on at this point of time, it's more likely to assume a downtrend. But there also the initial jobless claims later today kick in, because we had some rumors earlier this week that they might pause the interest rates with the interest rate decision next week. Which, that's next week is pretty big week. We have the inflation rate and the interest rate, but there were some people who thought that they would keep it the same. As you can see, it's also the consensus right now. So if the initial jobless claims today is also higher than expected, which would be bearish for the dollar strength index, and therefore bullish for Bitcoin, then we might actually get back into a consolidation. That could be true. It's just but until that time, I would say the general direction is down. And if the initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims are higher than expected, which it's expected to be higher than the previous numbers, you can never know if it's going to be higher than expected. So we'll see. I mean, if those are higher than expected, we might just be able to break above 26,700 again and kind of get into a consolidation between 27,400 and 26,000. That's a possibility. Depends on the news. If for some reason we can either it's lower than expected, those numbers, or if we cannot break above 26,700, either way, then the general direction is still down, and it's more likely that we're going to drop down some of these days or this week towards 25,000. So yeah, that's my take on Bitcoin this morning. If you do have any questions, as always, let me know. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.